Hello and welcome to e-GMAT. We will solve question number 51 of OG Verbal second edition by using e-GMAT three-step process. In the first step, we will understand the meaning of the sentence. In the second, we will evaluate the errors in the sentence, and finally, we will review all the answer choices to get to the correct answer. So let's begin. In a 5-4 decision, the Supreme Court ruled that 2 upstate New York counties owed restitution to 3 tribes of Oneida Indians for the unlawful seizure of their ancestral lands in the 18th century. Now, this sentence presents a few facts. It says that as per a decision, the SC ruled or decided that two upstate New York counties had to pay restitution to 3 Oneida tribes for unlawfully seizing their ancestral lands. Now, these lands were seized by these counties in the 18th century. And by the way, this SC decision was a split decision of 5-4. Now, let us split our sentence into its clauses to evaluate what are the errors. So here comes the first clause. In a 5-4 decision, the Supreme Court ruled. Here, the Supreme Court is the subject and ruled is the verb. Presence of that brings us to another clause, and it reads that 2 upstate New York counties owed restitution to 3 tribes of Oneida Indians for the unlawful seizure of their ancestral lands in the 18th century. Here, 2 upstate New York counties is the subject and owed is the verb. Now, in this sentence, the subject 2 upstate New York counties not only makes sense with the verb owed, but it also agrees in number with this verb. So we do not have any subject-verb agreement error here. Also, the verb owed is written in the simple past tense, and it is correct because it's talking about an event that took place in the past. Now, notice the pronoun there in the non-underlined portion of the sentence. Even though there are 2 possible grammatical antecedents for there, firstly Oneida Indians and secondly 2 upstate New York counties, logically it makes sense for this pronoun to refer to Oneida Indians only. Also, that modifier clearly describes what the SC ruled. Now notice that here the ruled has the same usage as decision. Let's take an example. Tom decided that he will not eat non-vegetarian food. Well, in this sentence, we cannot say that Tom ruled because only the decisions of the courts are referred to as ruling. Hence, we have the word ruled in this sentence, which is actually equivalent to decided. So, this sentence has no errors as such. So this sentence is correct as is, but we will still review the other answer choices to find out why they are not correct. Well, choice B is not correct because here pronoun there is very ambiguous. Now, there has been moved to the underlined portion of the sentence now, and the reference of this pronoun is ambiguous at its best. Note that when we have 2 similar pronouns in a series, they tend to refer to the same antecedent. Now, this pronoun here logically should refer to 2 upstate New York counties, but since the other pronoun in the non-underlined portion of the sentence correctly refers to 3 tribes of Oneida Indians, this pronoun also will tend to refer to the tribes, but it is illogical. Let's take an example to understand this. In this sentence, after the car hit the tree, it had to be taken to the garage to get its engine repaired. We do not have any pronoun ambiguity because both the pronouns clearly refers to car. But in this sentence, after the car hit the tree, it had to be taken to the garage to get its engine repaired, but it remained unscathed from the accident. The second it from grammatical standpoint will refer to car because the first 2 pronouns in the sentence refers to car. So, if we are using 2 same pronouns to refer to 2 different antecedents in the same sentence, we must place these antecedents as close to the pronouns as possible. For example, in this sentence, after the accident, the car was damaged so much that it had to be taken to the garage for repair, and the tree was hit so badly that it fell down. Here we do not have any pronoun ambiguity error because both the pronouns have been placed very close to the antecedents that they refer to. So, but this is not happening in choice B, and that is why choice B is not correct. Let's take a look at choice C. Well, omission of that in choice C suggests nonsensically now that the Supreme Court ruled or decided two upstate New York counties. This is not a correct grammatical structure. So this is one error here. Also, choice B has the same pronoun error as in choice B as we just discussed. So for these reasons, choice C is not the correct answer. Let's take a look at choice D now. Now choice D repeats the same errors as choice C. We have the grammatical issue as court decided on two counties, and also the pronoun error there. Choice D also distorts the meaning of this sentence. Now, this choice seems to imply that the New York counties owed restitution to the three Oneida tribes even before the case came to the court. Notice the change in sentence structure here. Instead of stating the restitution as the ruling, this sentence presents the restitution as a characteristic of the counties, that the counties that owed restitution. So this is a complete shift in the meaning of the sentence. Also, we have they in this choice, which is very ambiguous, just as there is ambiguous in choice B. So for these reasons, choice D is not the correct answer. Let's take a look at choice E. Choice E again has this grammar issue. It seems to suggest that SC ruled over the restitution, and also this choice distorts the meaning of the sentence. Here again, the way this choice has been written, it implies that New York counties owed restitution even before they came to the court. Here, restitution again is not being defined as a ruling of the court. So this makes choice E incorrect. So as we found out during the error analysis, choice A remains the correct answer for this sentence. Let's take a look at the takeaway messages now. All the pronouns in the sentence must have a clear antecedent. Also, the modifiers must be placed as well as worded correctly to convey the intended meaning of the sentence in the most effective manner. Also notice the changes in modifier placement because they can change the intended meaning of the sentence. The concepts tested in this sentence have been covered in e-GMAT concepts level 1 significance of meaning, level 1 pronouns, and level 1 correcting modifier errors.